Right, let's move on to one of these side panels. Now, it appears to be nailed into a piece of wood here. I've got to powder coat this panel before I send it, and I'm sure the people that are doing it understand that there was a piece of wood there. What I do need to do is get this off of here, which I'm not sure if that's an original. I think it's to do with the balance of the speaker, but I'm not sure. My God, that really doesn't want to come off. Let me try and pry it a little more. Either way, this switch doesn't work. It's a piece of goo. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's off. I will save it. Oh, look at that. It's sunk way in there. Can I just... Oh, yeah. There you go. I can just unscrew it. That's the difference between a switch, a light bulb, and a woman. You can never unscrew a woman. I like screwing them. Did I say that out loud? Gosh, you just can't trust some people, can you? So let's get this off. Okay. Now I'm going to save this, but I really don't think there's any point because it's so gooey. I'm pretty sure this switch is cattle trucked. And for those of you that are not English, cattle trucked is rhyming slang. So you use a number of different words, such as apples and pears, stairs, whistle and flute, suit, cattle trucked, you know the word. Right, so now let's get this off. I was going to say should, but I need to get these out of here. Can I do it with just a little screwdriver? Screwdriver? Love to, just haven't got the time. Now there's an old joke. It's like me, it's an old joke. Hopefully you're seeing this. There we go. Look at that. Whew. That's it, they don't need that. So, I guess maybe I might need to ask Mr. Bass whether I should save that and put it back on. There we go. Let's just get it off. As opposed to getting it on, let's get it off. Look at this. This is great. I love doing this. Strip down easy. And what's really good about this strip down is that I don't have to put it back together. I just let somebody else do it, give them dollars. Don't like giving them dollars, but oh, there you go. Ignore the noise in the background, that's the wife telling off one of our dogs. Okay. Need to... Oh, damn, these break so easily. Maybe... Yeah, look, they're just totally useless. I'll send them, but I would hope they have some new ones for these. Yeah. Especially as I don't have one on the other side. Alright, here we go. Oh dear, look at this. Good God. What a mess. Woo! Ugh. Disgusting. So, that's that one stripped down. I think I'm gonna I'm going to leave that wood on there. I don't think it'll get destroyed in powder coating. All right, one down and one to go, huh? So here's the next one. Now this is the one with the extra hole. I'm going to weld that hole up because that's just not right. It definitely shouldn't be there. And if it should, well, we can soon re-drill it. Let's get these off. Okay, that's another piece of crap out of the way. Yeah, look at this. There we go. So you can see this is easy stuff, isn't it, you know? Maybe you're just enjoying watching me do it. You know you're going to do the same on your vehicle. You're going to rip it off. Rip it up, rip it off. That Russian, rip it off. There we go. Look at that. Ah, yeah. So, nice and easy. Get this off. Gosh, it's amazing how rusty these things get. Wow. Just this last little piece to get off here. Yeah. Alright, so that's the two radio panels, oh sorry, console panels done. We'll give those a stripping and a blasting. And then we will be ready for the next piece, which is this. And that's going to take a lot more work, so we'll get to that in a minute. Right, now we need to dismantle this console. First, grab your screwdriver and undo these little screws here. Put that to one side for the moment. Do the same on the other side. You don't really want to lose these things. Now these control knobs, they're looking a little on the dowdy side, so I will be restoring those. Not quite sure what method I'm going to use yet. Sometimes you can just do them in oil. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you can. Alright, so then the next thing is to undo these nuts, bolts. Need an extension. Don't go away. So, now these I will be dismantling and powder coating, but initially I just want to dismantle this unit so that you can see. Okay, oops, I'll grab that nut in a minute. There we go. And okay, so that's one out. Put that to the side with the washers. And the little spacers here. Don't forget those spacers. So that's that side done. Let's do the same over here. Now these of course will not be required by the upholstery company because they're not going to upholster them. Simple as that, really. Okay, grab me nuts, me washers. I'm going to put them all together in a bag, nice and safe. Again, making sure I keep the spacers. So that's that one down. Now we just need to get this speaker out of here. So let's grab the relevant socket. Again, another thing that I will just need to keep. Alright, they're all nice and loose now, so in theory, we all like theory, should just be able to spin these off with my fingers. And don't forget, the speaker has a washer on it. And I would suggest that you test the speaker before you put it all back together, otherwise it's going to be a real pisser. Now I can't get these washers off, so I'm going to do it when I take the speaker off. There we go. And make sure we grab those washers, put them in the pile of things to keep. And do note there are washers here too. Okay. Now, the speaker seems to be okay, but I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade the stereo system, although the cone there is a little bit iffy, to say the least. Now, what have we got left? Aha, we need to undo these nuts so that we can get this screen off. Are they the same? Yes, they are. Oh, isn't that handy, huh? Alright, so now we can unscrew these. Ignore my dog in the background, he's protecting us from all the world's troubles. He's fighting off COVIDs. I don't know why, but these ones are brass, but I'm not going to argue with it. I'll just make a note of it so that when I put it back together, it's brass. Brass in your ass. So we've got all of these little pieces together. Screws, nuts, washers and bolts. Yes, and you all know that one. It's tricky to get the washers off, so we'll do the usual. We'll push this out. Whew, it's a bit of a battle. I'm going to turn it, see if I can get the washers off. I got two. Two down, two to go, huh? There's three. Did I lose one? Don't think so. There it goes. Alright, here we go, guys. Now we're looking good. Looks like there was a washer missing. Oh well, what a surprise. Well, there won't be a washer missing when I put it back together, because I do the job properly. Okay, here we go. Jeez, that's fighting me. Why? Because it can. Ah, there we go. All right, so we'll get a big bag and we'll put that screen in there. Now these should come out as well. Just need to push them out. Push them, pry them. Careful, careful, careful. go. And you won't be able to get these wrong because obviously they go on the inside. Okay, this is the hot and cold. Just like your woman, hot and cold. Depending on the time of the month. Okay, so that's one off. One to down, one to go. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, here we go. Almost there. Yeah, I know you probably can't see this right now, sorry. Let me bring it back down to your level. Car and screen. Well, this is it doesn't want to let go. Just a bit of gentle persuasion. Come on, go. There we go, one down. There we go. Interesting, they have that. Oh, I guess it's an adhesive. All right, so that's all going to go in a bag. Now, really the easy bit is to get this off. And speaking to the guy at BAS, in fact the owner of BAS, and I was discussing with him the idea of having coloured piping. I'm having my vehicle in Carmen red, and the interior is going to be biscuit. And I asked his opinion on, what do you think? Coloured piping. It was a resounding no, and this man has put together more Jaguar Mark IIs than I've probably had hot dinners, so I listened to that. In certain areas it works, but with the colour combination I'm choosing, it doesn't. So there we go. That is now that stripped. Things to go in bags. Things to be cleaned and powder coated. So we will return with some powder coating, and I will powder coat them all, and then we can review them in the next episode. So this will be part 2. There will be a part 3. Right, here are all the panels now stripped and ready for blasting. I think all the holes in this particular panel need to be there, so I'm not going to mess with those. This was a little bit misshapen, so I've straightened it as best I can. I'm not sure whether this needs to be right angles or not, so I'm going to leave that. I had to do a bit of a repair here on the ashtray lid, as it had been glued, which is, I'm sure, not the way it should be, so I've just give it a little weld there. This is the inside piece of the ashtray. That looks okay. Again, all got to be blasted. Again, another inside piece of the ashtray with that rather strange method of double bending metal. Not quite sure why they did that. And this is the panel that had the extra hole in it. Got it a little hot there. And whilst it may not look perfect, once it's covered in powder coat and then covered in leather, you're not going to know. So that's just got to give that a bit of a bend. There. That's it. Straighten that out. Right. And of course the little badge for the ashtray, so I'm going to get a new one of these because this one is kind of broke in it, and I can't get that off. Again, somebody glued it on there. Now, yeah, I can put it back on like this and it looks perfectly okay, but I've got to get it off because it goes in from the other side. So there we are. Now, next, before I go any further would be this beast here. So we need to get all of these staples out. Let's get the tool and do that. One of the tools I like to use to get these kind of staples out is this. It's an old chisel, but it's, you know, it's got a relatively sharp edge on it, and that's good because it gets right underneath the staple, just like that. See that? Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Then we'll grab ourselves a pair of pliers and we'll pull these last little pieces out, and then we'll get down to the aluminium. Aluminium's on the aluminium, aluminium's on the bloomerang. Good God, what was that from? Oh, Frere Jacques. I used to sing it, I haven't got a fucking clue what it means. Plume, so I guess that's something to do with a flower. Who knows? Somebody who speaks frog might know, I guess. I don't speak frog, I speak kraut. Or as I prefer to say, German. We all get our funny little nicknames, don't we? Frogs, krauts, limeys, yanks, eye-ties, mix. Oh boy, and yes, it's not a prejudice thing, it's just a nickname. People shouldn't get upset by it, but they do for some obscure reason. They must be so insecure in themselves. Call me a pond, call me a limey, I don't give a shit. Makes no difference to me, does it? It's just a word anyway. The old rhyme was, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. They don't. It's nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Get me my pliers in a second here. Oh, a few more here, and then we'll get the pliers and pull all these things out and dispose of them. Dispose? Which pose? Dispose. Alright, I'm not going to touch that for the minute. Right, let me get my pliers. They'll go away. Right, grabbing one's trusty side cutters. Just twist them out. Nice and easy. Don't grip them too tight, otherwise you'll chop through them. You don't really want to do that, do you? Because they are as rusty as hell, which means they're weak. And if this is too boring, fast forward. You know where the button is. It's always good to know where the button is, especially on a woman. Sometimes they'll let you get to it as well, which is really rather nice. I like to make them happy. Making them happy makes me happy. Once I get this out of the way, then I can get the next layer out of the way. Yes, there's lots of layers. This is just the edging that we're going to get off. Right. Right, that's that piece off. Piece off. Now, some of that Saudi Arabian desert in there. I'm going to get the rest of these staples out. So let me get those done. Right, now having removed this piece of cardboard, you can see they went crazy with nails here. Wow. Gonna have to see how I can get those out. Probably with this. Let's have a go. Yeah, oh, look at those giant nails. Actually, I think I've got a smaller pair of these. I'll get those and try it. Don't go away. Let's see how this works. Not easy, that's how. Okay, just got to get on the edge so we can get them out. All right. All right, let me get the rest of those out. Be right back. Actually found a better method rather than using these, because they've got a chamfer on them. Using the wood chisel upside down, you can get right underneath the edge and just twist, and out they come. There you go. See, look at that. Once you get the angle of the dangle right, it just comes straight on out. Look at that. What a beauty. So let me continue to get the rest of this out. And get the rest of those staples out. And get the rest of this leather trim off. Someone's barbecuing. Core. I'll have some of that. That's the trouble, you see, I'm on a diet. What is it they say? A seafood diet, seafood and I eat it. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. Come on, my baby, out you come. Come on, you're not going to win, so you might as well come out now. There you go, look at that. Alright, let me get that done. Alright, finally got it stripped off. I was hoping this piece of aluminium was all the way through. Unfortunately, it is just this little piece here that is aluminium, and then it has these pieces of wood attached to it. They will definitely have to be replaced. I will not strip this down any further. I'll give it to the upholsterer like that, because then they know how it all goes together, and I'm sure they do anyway, but this way they got it in one piece and they know what they've got to replace. So that's going to be fun for them to do. And now the fun for me is to sandblast and powder coat all of those panels. That's my next task.